All right, it's been a little bit, about a week since last time I talked about anything with this Rokon and the photography stuff. Since then, I have put together and added extra reflectors and lights to the Versa Hall, and I even got the license plate light. Definitely want to be compliant with the laws, but the best practices is to, of course, be safe. And quite often I'll be driving at night. There'll be storms, rainstorms, and visibility will be minimal. And I know for a fact that when the bike is on the back of the vehicle, it is going to block and obscure the tail lights. And I certainly don't want to get rear-ended or, anything that could be prevented. I certainly want to be safe, not only for myself, but the other drivers out there. So I added a light kit, a couple extra reflectors. I even, on the arms, I added side reflectors as well. So if somebody's coming, making a turn up behind me, they should at least see that in their headlights. All right, enough about the Versa Hall. Okay, just adjust the camera here. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Some of the things I've been working on and trying to think about when it comes to hauling my equipment is right now I have I brought out to the shop my backpack camera bag, and I wanted to just see how it sits back here. Now I know that this Rokon does ride fairly rough, and my camera equipment is obviously as much as I can minimize that as possible. I think it's going to be a very good idea. Well, the backpack is padded and everything's tucked in there pretty good. I got extra rags and stuff around the lenses and the bodies. I feel, based on what I've done so far, this netting is going to be great. It's going to really keep the straps in, keep that from snagging on stuff. I do worry about brush getting on these, hooking through that, but I'll just have to try it out, see what happens, and I'll report back if it is a problem or if it's not a big enough problem that I got to address. I do plan on going down to the local craft store, and I want to get a piece of memory foam, something that will also help absorb the shock, and that'll sit here, and the bag will sit on top of that. And I think for the inaugural test, I will do that, and hopefully the equipment will survive just fine. Now, one thing I did do, because I don't like kneeling down if I don't have to or sitting on the floor, is I did get a lift. This one's rated for 300 pounds, and that way I can raise the bike up and work on it. But one of the downsides with the Rokon, the way they mounted the kickstand on the other side, it drops below the frame, and it interferes with the lift being the correct direction lengthwise. I have to turn it widthwise. Fortunately, the center point for the weight distribution is a little forward, so that helps. And when it comes to doing maintenance and stuff with the two-wheel drive system, I have to be able to get both wheels off the ground and to be able to spin and work on adjust the chains and whatnot, just to make sure everything's good. So that has been something to figure out. Also, the foot pegs, I have to fold those up in order to get the jack under. The camera's probably not positioned well for that. Here, let me adjust that a little bit for you. Okay, that should be a little better. Yeah, these are designed to fold up like this, and so when you're going over logs and whatnot, they'll fold up instead of bend. But I had to hold these up while I slipped this under, and then it had to be forward of the kickstand. One adjustment I did make is because I'm a bigger person, I'm 6'4", and I figured when I first sat on this, it would be a good idea maybe just to scoot the seat back a little bit. I did try going all the way back initially, but I found that the seat was resting too much on the frame, and what little of flex there was, it was not going to be able to flex in that position, so I just chose to have that in the middle. Okay, So not a big deal. Just gonna try it out, see how that goes. There's only 3 bolts to remove it from the bike, and then there was 2 underneath that I had to remove and make the adjustment and put back together. 2 or 1. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Now for the front, I think I want to have a bag, a flexible bag, and I'll carry like some tools and water and stuff in it. But I do feel that what I'll have to do is I want to, and it might not necessarily be this bag, as I just picked this up. It's something I had stuffed in a shelf somewhere. But what I want to do is I want to put a hard piece of plywood on the inside, and then that way I can use like J-hooks up to this grill up here just to keep it in place, and that way it won't tear out. And my plan for this is to carry like some basic tools. I did get in the trail maintenance kit with the Rokon, so that'll probably right in here, and then also some extra water and stuff. Now with this particular Rokon, I did get the kit. This is the Fire Ranger kit. It comes with all the accessories I plan on getting anyways, like the brush busters, just a little extra reinforcement for accessories and whatnot to be added there. It comes with this bracket, all these threaded features. But it also came with the extended rack. Normally it's a seat, that's an extra seat back here, but I wanted to have more room to carry materials and not so much another passenger. Not that I can't do that, but my priority is to carry my photography gear whenever I go places. So that was the focus. Also, I got a more aggressive tire as well. These are 8-ply Grim Reapers. I did a little checking on those. It seemed like they're a decent tire. They've been making them for a long time. So most of the reviews are from when it came out like 8 to 10 years ago. So it's been around a while. Must be proven at some level. Also, I don't plan on carrying any fluids at all in the wheels. That is, I don't think anything that will be necessary for me, but the option's there if I need it. All right, so that's just kind of a quick overview of where I'm at. I got some soft shackles for tie downs on here, and I didn't get a chance to go out and ride this week, and my plan is during the week, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that, I'll take this out someplace and go ride it and test it out. I did get the 30 cal ammo cans, and they can mount up in the back here on each side, but I'm gonna wait until I figure out if I need them or not, and how to, or what I will be packing in them. Okay. Yeah, with that, I don't have much more to say. VersaHaul is ready. I got a wire for lights. I already plugged it in, tried it, worked great. And the bike, I'm starting to get some ideas about the equipment and how I'm going to haul it. And I think I'll get it figured out. But not only do I have to plan for when the bike is upright and rubber side down, but I know eventually I'm going to lay the bike over. I'm going to get in some pickle or something. So if it does lay over, I want to make sure that whatever I have strapped to the bike is as safe as I can make it. It's easier to think about that ahead of time than breaking it out in the field and then trying to figure out how I'm going to replace it or what I'm going to do in the meantime. All right, I'm going to wrap this video and we'll color good. And until next time, thanks for watching.